Holden Redpath is going to join me here, of course, and Holden, we'll get you mic'd up and ready to roll. But an exceptional start, obviously, to the ball game. You guys threw him a right jab right across the jaw and punched him in the face, and didn't look back from that point on. And what was the game plan coming in to take on an athletic team in Richard Bland and be able to set the tone early?
Definitely boxing out and just creating for others. Boxing out was really the main focus of the whole game. Make sure they don't get offensive rebounds or more than they should get on the defensive end concerning rebounds, and really just contesting shots, making them take harder shots than they usually have to, and just making shots on our part.
Yeah, of course. Well, you made plenty of shots. 3-point buckets were piling in early. First 4 buckets of the game were threes. And how did that kind of help facilitate the offense but open it up a little bit too?
That's really what we do. When we shoot, it opens the paint for our 4s and our 5s to create for us even more, and they know what they can do, so it just makes it easier on our part.
And, of course, Tavion was very instrumental in getting things in motion for today. I wanted to ask you about his performance. How do you think he has kind of grown over the course of the year, but helped to lead the way for the team?
Tavi's a freshman. He's playing phenomenal at this level. He's doing the best point guard play I've seen in the JUCO games since I've been in here. So Tavi's doing a real good job facilitating, getting us in the right position, and just making sure we get to our right spots.
Of course, you get an opportunity to take on 2-seed Pima tomorrow night. Looking forward to that one. Best of luck, Holden, to you and the guys, and thanks for taking the time to join us.
Thank you.
Holden Redpath right there. We'll be joined by Ryan Haskins and Tavion Mason as well in a moment, as we still await the final statistics for us here in this contest too, as we'll chat with both of these guys and then give you the final stats of the evening, as Tavion Mason will join us now. And Tavion, I was asking Holden, but your maturity has showcased itself over the course of the season. First and foremost wanted to say we're just watching you play, but you've grown exceptionally as a basketball player, I thought, out there, and you kind of dominated this game, in my opinion, as far as you controlled the offense. And how did you feel that you were able to kind of help facilitate your teammates here today?
I play a big part in the offense, and like I said last night, I was excited to play. And then I just had to go out here and do what I had to do and get my teammates involved and get the win.
It definitely showed that you were excited to play, man. And of course, you rain in a couple threes early. You go to the basket quite easily and kind of get some things rolling in that capacity. And was that the mindset? And I meant probably the mindset all the time for you, just to get some things rolling for yourself, but also look for your teammates at that point too?
Yeah, I like to get going early so we don't have to struggle offensively. Our defense, we got a great defense,
yeah,
but we got to come back on the offensive end and score a basket. So I try to get going early so we don't have to struggle offensively.
I wanted to ask you about the defense. You hold a Richard Bland team that, obviously pretty athletic team, and I'm sure you garnered that obviously in your preparation, but you hold them to, well underneath their season average of point total. What was kind of the game plan coming in defensively against a team like that?
Our game plan was help the players on our team if we get beat off the dribble, and don't let them get a lot of offensive boards. And if we control the glass, we can win the game.
Tavion, congratulations to you and the guys on the W, and you can celebrate this one for a little bit tonight, and then, of course, get ready for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Tavion Mason joining us, and we'll be joined by Ryan Haskins coming up next to talk about this big win. Of course, we talked to Ryan and the guys last night, and Ryan, I know you were obviously eager to get here to Danville and want the opportunity. The opportunity came for you and the guys, and boy, did you ever seize it. Jumping out to an early lead, didn't look back from that point on. And was that part of the game plan early to kind of settle in and just kind of get going and play loose and free, it seemed like?
Yeah, we definitely came in feeling loose because everyone looks at Highland and they don't put very much respect on us. And I think we came out and we put a big, I don't know what to say.
Big hurting on them, I guess. Yeah, would be the best way to put it.
We came out quick and never looked back.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Of course, 3-point buckets raining in early and often throughout the course of the ball game. And I was asking some of the other guys the game plan against such a highly athletic team and a team with experience too that had been here last year and years previous. Do you feel that obviously having that being a differential? You mentioned Highland maybe not getting the respect of some of those other teams like that. Do you feel that kind of may help played a little bit into your part, your favor?
Yeah, I think it definitely helped come in as an underdog. That helped us play a little bit harder, I think. And I think that carried momentum on to the next game.
Nice motivating factor, I'm sure, for yourself, but also for the team. What was the biggest takeaway for you from this first game to get your feet wet in the national tournament, and hopefully, a few more all the way to maybe that national championship?
I think it just proves that we can play with anybody in the country, and that if we put our minds to it, we can come out with a win against anyone in this tournament.
Got Pima coming up tomorrow night. Ryan, best of luck in that matchup, and congrats on the W here tonight, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ryan Haskins joined us here. We do have the final stats, and so we will break down those here in the matchup. And Coach Jerry Cole will join us as well. Coach Cole going to be making his way over. We'll take a quick peek at the stats here as well. But right now, 50% shooting, 18 of 36 in the first half, 15 of 30 in the second half. So he finished 50% from the floor, 33 of 66, 25 of 64 for Richard Bland from the floor. Highland goes 11 of 28 from 3. Yeah, rained in 11 threes in the game. Scotties win the rebounding margin by 2. 31, excuse me, no, they actually get out rebound, 44 to 31. Looking at the wrong column in that capacity. 10 turnovers for the Scotties, but 20 for Richard Bland in the contest. Highland did have 9 assists and 8 steals in the game. 22 points from Tavion Mason. He had 3 rebounds and 4 assists. 23 points, 6 boards for Holden Redparth, including a couple of threes, 8 of 16 from the floor. 17 points from Alonzo Williams. He had 5 rebounds. 11 points and 9 rebounds for Ryan Haskins. Ryan Haskins, that might be tying his career high, 1 shy of his career high on the rebounds. 10 points for Kevin Perry, 2 points for Jalen Rutherford, and 3 for Jarvis Johnson. On the flip side, it was 21 points for Tim Bing Jr., 11 and 10 for Taylor, and also 12 for Trotman, leading Richard Bland in the final statistical categories. Head coach Jerry Cole being caught up by a few other people to talk about the performance here tonight, I'm sure, and in celebration, as he's going to have some preparation to be taken in. I know he did some scouting earlier, watching some of the teams for the showdown, and we'll be joined by Coach Cole here for the contest overall. But of course, we see this one as a 88 to 66 victory in favor of Highland. And Coach, first off, I want to say congratulations to you and the guys on the W. And boy, did you guys set the tone early in this matchup. And Ryan was talking to me about kind of playing with looseness, and it seemed like the guys were just ready to go and relaxed coming into the ball game. Would you say?
Yeah, I think so. I told him before the game, against Labette and against Fort Scott, I was really nervous, and I think they were really nervous. And today I had no nerves whatsoever, but a lot of excitement, and I could kind of see the same thing in them. Goals accomplished. Now let's see what we can get done. Let's start making our way through some steps. And step 1, accomplished. Obviously, I thought we played well. We shot the ball well at times, guarded hard at times, and took them out of everything that they wanted to get.
They look like a really athletic team, and a team that obviously comes back with experience too. And what was kind of the game plan to throw some monkey wrenches at them and get them out of their game plan?
They're the number 2 team in the country in terms of offensive rebounds. And their rebound differential is right at 15 a game. And we were watching a lot of film on them, and what they did was they just kind of throw it up there and go get it. So we thought if we could take away those offensive rebounds and stickbacks, I think they got a few late. I think they ended up with 15, but offensive rebounds. But they only had 4 at halftime, and probably about 6 of those were really late in this game. That would disrupt them. And then we knew we'd have to transition, that they really want to fly the floor. We did a good job there, too. We got down the court. We kind of got them fanned out and pushed out and didn't give them the rim.
We were able to move it offensively with a pretty good flow as well. I mean, you rained in 4 threes to open up the ball game, to facilitate the early lead, and then it kind of facilitated itself with those threes that it opened up the offense for you. And that's been kind of the game all year. But how do you feel the flow offensively was tonight?
At times it was good, and then there were times that it really stuck in our hands, and especially when we got the lead. Some guys wanting to make plays, and it's just, I don't want to say male ego, but it's male ego. And when we moved the ball, we were really, really good. And I thought Tavion Mason was really good. And then we got Holden going in the second half, and Ryan knocked down some shots for us that were big. And we're a finesse shooting team. That's just who we are, with a little toughness at the rim. With Alonzo and with Tavi going to the basket. So it's an interesting group. we're up against it tomorrow, though.
Yeah, you talk about tomorrow. Pima is number 2 seed in the tournament. I know So put over 100 up on their ball game, but any quick thing you saw from them that you have to focus on?
Yeah, everything. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're very deep. They had a great season. I've coached in that in the conference and that region, and it's the same thing. But night in, night out, you've got to have players, and they do, and they've got all the pieces, and they really want to fly up and down the floor, and they got all the pieces to do it. So, we'll have to play extremely well on short rest, and you never know. There's a couple Cinderella stories already out there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're one of them.
Yeah.
We're not the biggest one, but I'd sure like to see us play well again tomorrow and see what happens.
Well, Coach, congratulations to you and the guys on the W tonight, and best of luck tomorrow against Pima.
I appreciate it. Thank you.